Alright, back again in the lab, abstract art. I want to make another beat. Kind of listened to the sample that seemed pretty tight. Yes, I'm sampling today. For all those haters out there who think sampling is not production, go, well, whatever. But, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got this sample. Not tell my samples are, because I don't care. It's not like a hidden secret or whatever, but I downloaded the Halo soundtrack. Never played the game in my life. However, it's got some interesting sounds on it. So let you hear the sample, whatever. Right now, that's all I took. I just chopped those up in my pads on the MP. And let you hear what I have. Pitched it up a little bit. Let me get a little bit more organized right here real quick. Okay. Having some technical difficulties. There we go. That's what I have, just real plain and simple. And I'm not really sure I'm gonna do with that yet, but it's gonna be pretty ridiculous. And this is the next thing I try to do. I try to find my tempo, and that's the part that sucks about sampling. Is you gotta try to fit it to a tempo sometime, and that kind of sucks. I don't think I want it to be quite that fast. Roll with that. Okay, so I just laid that down. Now I'm going in editing to make sure that it's on beat, which I know it's probably not. So I get close, not perfect, but I get close now. Some people don't like quantizing, and sometimes I don't quantize. It just depends what kind of feel I'm going for. If I'm going for a more straight, dirty hip hop type feel, then I won't quantize. I'll leave it as natural to get that natural feel. But in this case, this is going to be like kind of like a pop trance type of beat. It seems like, so I want it to be a little bit more fine tuned. That looks good. Listen back to it. Sounds good. We'll name it. I usually name and color my tracks, keep it organized. Because if you ever do business with somebody and they buy like your tracked out files and you send them to them, you don't want them to be confused and shit's all over the place and they don't know what's what, whatever. So I not only label it, but I color my separate tracks so that, it stays organized or whatever. So I think now, we're gonna put like a little drum track on there. I'm not really sure what kind of drums I want to use. We're just gonna kind of mess around, go through some sounds, and see what we come up with. 2. If I stop talking, I'm sorry. I kind of try to concentrate on the drums a little bit, make them sound poppy and make them bop, get that bounce. Pretty tight. And on my hi-hats, I always try to do something special. Do my own little special-ish on my hi-hats. You'll see what I mean. You heard what it sounded like before. Obviously, you hear the hi-hat. I like to put my own special stuff on it. It's not really special. This is a stock preset in Fruity Loops or whatever, but not a lot of people use it for hi-hats. Alright, that's just like that's a rough drum track, whatever. Something I threw together. I'll probably obviously go back and do some more stuff to it, but I'm trying to get a feel for it right now. So I'm putting it to the melody that I just made. And you're going to hear how it sounds. Hopefully it won't sound like shit. My bad. Here we go, check it out. Sounds better. That sounds better. It sounds better. We had 9 minutes already. Shit. All right. Let me add one more thing, and I'll probably call it a day. I don't want to make this beat too overly complicated and add 10,000 instruments to it, just for the simple fact that, you know, I want to leave it open for the artist. Okay, so quickly, I have a melody in mind, I have an instrument in mind that I want to use. Okay. Put that in there. Alright, go edit. Obviously that was off key, but I'm gonna fix it. So I mean, that's just a little bit of my process from start to finish. I know a lot of y'all see my videos where I just break down the beat, so now you can actually see how I actually create it. And quickly, as you can see, I did sample. However, I do add elements of my own from scratch. You know, and that makes it even harder, because sampling is hard enough as itself. Can't everybody just sample? Anybody can get like just a loop and sample it, but getting specific pieces of a song and putting it together and making it make sense, that's extremely hard to do. You know, you have to be very creative and musically inclined to do so. People's like, musically inclined, you just took a piece of a song and put it out. No, let me explain. In order to take a sample, chop it up, and make it make sense, and then put chords on top of that, you gotta understand music theory, you gotta understand chord structure, you gotta understand all of that. So for somebody to say, because you sample, you're not a musician, that's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit, because you do have to understand, have a full understanding of music theory to do so. As you can see. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, because people like a lot of times saying that people sample is not real producers, or they're not musicians, or they're not this or not that. My response to that is, you're stupid, and that, well, I'm not gonna say that's a little harsh. Okay, you might not know, you might be ignorant to the fact, but people do scrapbook art, you know, to cut pieces out of magazines and different things from here and make a one collage. They're still artists, right? So I mean, it's the same thing basically. You know, so that being said, that's it. You know, I'll probably finish it up. I'll probably put a couple more instruments and do some other stuff. But this is the meat of it, and you got to see my creative process. And so until next time, later. Abstract Art. Rate, subscribe, comment. You know, like my shit, don't like my shit, I don't care, whatever. But make sure you leave something. Alright.